Today I want to speak into your life about a powerful choice you can make as you enter 2026. Focus on your quiet strength. This does not mean you lack a voice, but rather that you trust God to be your protector and your guide. Some of the biggest breakthroughs do not come from talking more or reacting constantly. God needs you to focus on who He made you to be instead of trying to prove yourself to those around you. Much of our stress comes from seeking approval, but God never wanted you to carry that weight. When you focus on your own growth, you stop running someone else's race and start walking confidently own calling. God never asked you to compete with others. He asked you to be faithful with what He gave you. The moment you stop comparing your life to the edited highlights of others is the moment you get your joy back. Comparison wastes your energy and distracts you from your true assignment. When Peter looked at John and asked about his future, Jesus told him to focus on his own path. Your destiny is too important to be sidetracked by someone else's journey. Choosing to focus on yourself means you value progress over applause. Fame can be loud but short, while character is quiet and lasting. Many people spend their lives chasing likes and praise yet feel empty. You do not need to explain yourself to everyone. Not everyone needs to know why you made a choice, and not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Remind yourself that God knows your heart even when others judge you. Silence becomes easy when you feel secure. You do not have to argue about your worth when you know your value. As you focus on yourself, God begins to fix areas that were once ignored, like your patience and your discipline. This is quiet work that people might not see, but it matters deeply. Growth often happens away from the spotlight, just like a seed grows underground before it breaks through the soil. If you only care about what people see, you will miss what God is building inside you. He cares more about who you are becoming than how fast you appear to succeed. When you stop worrying about what others say, your mind becomes clear. You are no longer replaying old arguments or preparing for fights that may never happen. That mental energy can now be used for creativity and faith. This is where your progress speeds up. When your thoughts align with God's promises instead of human opinions, you move forward with peace. You can't control how others act, but you can control your response. Peace is a choice. You stop waiting for things to change before you decide to be happy. God never promised that everyone would understand you, but He promised to lead you. When you focus on Him, criticism loses its sting and delays do not discourage you as much. You understand that timing is part of the plan. Sometimes God slows things down to prepare you rather than punish you. While others rush ahead, you are being equipped for something better. Trusting this process brings rest to your soul. There will be times when it feels like no one notices your hard work, but that is when staying focused on yourself is vital. Remind yourself that faithfulness is never wasted. God keeps records and sees every act of integrity. People may forget, but God never does. At the right time, He brings rewards that exceed your expectations. This is not about being arrogant. It is about knowing you cannot pour into everything and still be effective. By focusing on your path, you make room for God's best. You stop feeling behind because you understand that God's plan unfolds step by step. What looks like a delay might actually be a perfect setup. You learn to listen more than you speak. Wisdom does not come from winning arguments, it comes from understanding the seasons of life. If people misunderstand your silence, let them. You do not need to clarify everything. God has a way of making the truth clear over time. The more you align with your God-given identity, the less you try to be someone else. You are not shrinking to fit expectations or stretching to impress. You are becoming comfortable with who you are. This stability attracts the right opportunities. Life feels lighter when you are not carrying the burden of other people's expectations. You do your part and trust God with the rest. That is where freedom lives. When you are silent, you are telling God you believe He is working. You are deciding that you don't need to fight every battle or respond to every critic. Many people exhaust themselves trying to protect their reputation. They worry about what is being said, but that constant need to respond creates internal chaos. When you stay silent, you step into a state of rest. Silence becomes a shield for your peace. It keeps you out of arguments that do not serve your purpose. God is your defender. He sees the unfair treatment. When you take matters into your own hands, you might feel better for a second, but you lose your peace. When you let God handle it, you gain strength. Silence requires faith and courage. It takes strength to believe God will speak for you in His own way. There are seasons when God calls you to be quiet because He wants to help you mature. Silence teaches you how to control your spirit. Anyone can react with emotion, but it takes spiritual power to remain calm. That is proof that God is working in you. Jesus is the best example of this. When He faced His accusers, He did not argue or list His miracles. He trusted His Father completely. That silence was not a sign of weakness, it was power under control. In the same way, when you stay silent, you are not giving up. You are letting God work behind the scenes. Silence also protects your future. Words spoken in anger can damage your blessings. Once words are out, they cannot be taken back. Silence gives you time to think and respond with wisdom. Many problems solve themselves when you do not rush to speak. When you refuse to engage in negativity, you stop feeding the fire. Arguments need two people to survive. Over time, people lose interest when they don't get a reaction from you. God uses your silence to quiet your critics. He lets your character speak louder than any defense you could make. Silence also helps you hear God's voice more clearly. In the quiet, He gives you direction. Many people struggle to hear Him because their lives are too noisy. Silence creates space for wisdom. It does not mean you never speak. It means you choose the right moments. You do not waste words on small battles. You save your voice for what truly matters. People might think your silence means you agree with them or that you have nothing to say, but you can let them think that. God knows the truth, and truth has a way of coming out eventually. Silence teaches you patience and reminds you that not everything happens instantly. When you stay quiet, you show that you trust God's timing. You notice a shift in your emotional health. You become less stressed and more anchored. That inner stability lets you handle challenges with grace. You do not lose sleep over rumors. You rest knowing God is in control. Joy is fragile when it is exposed to constant fighting. Silence preserves it. You refuse to let temporary problems steal your peace. This is true maturity. God often works more when you do less. He brings doors you didn't knock on and speaks to people on your behalf. Situations turn around because God intervened, not because you argued better. Silence also keeps you humble. You realize you do not have to be right all the time. Humility invites more grace into your life, and grace does what effort never can. When you feel the urge to speak out of frustration, pause. God is not threatened by lies or limited by delays. When you stay silent, you show that your confidence is in God's faithfulness. You might feel tempted to explain your quiet season or your lack of visibility, but resist that urge. Not everyone needs to understand your process. God often hides what He is developing. As you get quiet, God sharpens your spirit. You become more aware of His guidance. This is developed in stillness, not chaos. Humility keeps you grounded, and God gives grace to the humble. You may notice people treat you differently because there is a quiet strength about you. This confidence comes from knowing whose you are. When criticism comes, it does not crush you. When praise comes, it does not define you. You are steady because your identity is safe. Focusing on yourself brings breakthroughs you didn't even have to announce. This reminds you that God is creative and faithful. There is peace in knowing you do not have to attend every argument. This frees you from anxiety and comparison. God honors those who trust Him enough to be still. Silence is not a lack of faith, it is faith at rest. And when faith rests, God works. When you commit to this path, God begins to change your destiny. One of the biggest mistakes is trying to force things before the time is right. Silence teaches you how to wait without worry. God is writing your story, and He knows exactly what you need. When you talk too much or move too fast, you can get out of sync with His plan. Silence keeps you aligned. Destiny does not need an announcement. What God has started will happen. You do not need permission from people to become who God called you to be. Some battles are won by patience rather than words. When you stop defending yourself, God steps in. Choosing silence saves you time and protects your energy. It prepares you for leadership. Silence gives you space to let the dust settle so wisdom can rise. It trains you to trust God even when nothing seems to be changing yet. It proves your faith isn't based on quick answers. There are times God keeps you hidden to prepare you. While others are being seen, you are being strengthened. Heaven recognizes your silence as strength. Some things solve themselves when you give God space. Silence preserves your energy for what really matters, like your growth and your purpose. It allows you to see habits that need to change. Instead of blaming others, you look within. This produces real transformation. God may be closing old doors and opening new ones while you are quiet. If you talk too much, you might resist these changes. Silence helps you stay flexible. Control is an illusion, but trust is real. When you let go of control, you find peace. As time passes, you will see God fighting for you in amazing ways. Opportunities will appear without you having to chase them. These moments remind you that God never needed your arguments. He only needed your trust. Even during delays, you can stay peaceful. When God sees you can handle the quiet without becoming bitter, He prepares you for the next level. If you can stay faithful when no one is clapping, you are ready. Silence keeps you focused. You are no longer reacting to every opinion. You are moving with God. People will notice a new confidence in you that isn't loud or needy. God honors your restraint. You are saying that you believe He is bigger than any situation, that faith moves mountains. In the end, you will see that silence did not cost you anything. It protected everything. It saved your peace, your calling, and your future. You will walk with more power and more joy because you chose to trust Him with your whole life. As you move forward in this season of quiet, you will start to see that you are no longer shaken by the storms around you. You have built a foundation that does not depend on the weather. When you stop looking for others to tell you that you are doing a good job, you start hearing the voice of God more clearly. This is where your true power is found. It is not in being the loudest in the room, but in being the most peaceful. You are learning that you don't have to win every conversation to win in life. You are letting go of the need to have the last word because you know that God has the final say. This shift in your heart changes everything. You begin to see people through eyes of love instead of eyes of defense. You realize that most of the time when people lash out, it is because of their own internal battles, not because of you. Silence gives you the grace to let it pass without letting it enter your spirit. You are becoming a person of substance. Your roots are growing deep while your branches are reaching high. This is a year of acceleration that looks like stillness. It is a year of promotion that begins in the secret place. You are not missing out on anything that is meant for you. If a door closed because you stayed silent, then that door was not part of your destiny. Trust that God is removing the noise so you can hear the music of His plan. Stay steady, stay focused, and keep your heart pure. Your life is speaking a message even when your lips are still. You are showing the world what it looks like to be truly anchored. You are showing them that peace is possible even in a busy world. As you continue to walk this path, you will find that the things you used to chase are now starting to chase you. Blessings are looking for the person who is calm enough to receive them. You are ready. You are prepared. And you are well able to handle the greatness that is coming your way because you have mastered the strength of silence. When you choose this path, you are telling the world that your confidence comes from a higher place. You no longer feel the need to impress people who were never part of your future anyway. This silence is your superpower because it keeps you from getting stuck in small fights. You are saving your breath for your dreams and your energy for your family. You are learning that it is better to be at peace than to be right. As you stay quiet, God begins to clear the path ahead of you. He removes people who are not good for you and brings in those who will help you grow. You don't have to force these connections because God is the one arranging them. You might feel lonely at times, but remember that God often separates you before He elevates you. He using this quiet time to make you stronger on the inside. You are building a spirit that cannot be broken by a mean comment or a setback. You are becoming a leader who leads by example rather than by noise. This is the year where your results will do the talking for you. People will see your progress and wonder how you did it. They will see your calm spirit and want what you have. You won't have to explain it because your life will be the proof. You are stepping into a level of maturity where you don't take things personally. You know who you are and whose you are. This freedom allows you to enjoy your life without looking over your shoulder. You are moving with a new kind of speed because you are no longer carrying the weight of other people's opinions. You are light, you are free, and you are focused. Trust that every moment of silence is being used to build a beautiful future. You are not just waiting, you are preparing. You are not just being quiet, you are being powerful. Keep going, stay in your lane, and watch how God turns your quiet trust into a loud victory. As you embrace this way of living, you will notice that your relationships start to change for the better. When you stop reacting to every small thing, you create a space where peace can grow. People will feel a sense of calm when they are around you because you are no longer projecting your stress onto them. You are becoming a person who listens more than they talk, and that makes your words more valuable when you do choose to speak. This is how you build a reputation that lasts. It is not built on how much you say, but on the quality of your character and the consistency of your actions. You are learning that you don't have to defend your every move because the fruit of your life will eventually speak for itself. If you stay faithful in the dark, God will honor you in the light. This new focus on your own heart is healing old wounds that you didn't even know were there. You are letting go of bitterness and trade it for a spirit of gratitude. Instead of looking at what you lack, you are starting to see the abundance that has been right in front of you all along. This shift in perspective is what brings true wealth. You are realizing that you are already enough. You don't need a bigger title, more money, or more followers to be significant. Your significance comes from the fact that you were created for a purpose by a God who loves you. As you walk through 2026, keep your eyes on the path He has set for you. Don't look to the left or the right. Don't worry about who is passing you or who is falling behind. Your journey is unique and your timing is perfect. Every day that you choose to stay silent and focus on your growth is a day that you are winning. You are becoming a person of deep wisdom and great strength. This is your time to shine, not by making a loud noise, but by being a steady light in a world that needs it. You are stepping into your best self, and the best is still yet to come. This inner quiet is also where you find true rest for your mind. Most people are tired not because they are doing too much, but because they are worrying too much. When you focus on yourself and stay silent, you stop the mental chatter that drains your soul. You are no longer trying to figure everything out on your own. You are letting God be the architect of your life. This doesn't mean you passive, it means you are being purposeful. You are working hard on your goals while staying soft in your spirit. You are learning to handle success without letting it get to your head, and failure without letting it get to your heart. This balance is what makes you unstoppable. Even when things go wrong, you stay steady because your peace isn't tied to your circumstances. You have a secret source of strength that the world didn't give you and the world can't take away. As you move through the months ahead, keep this posture of quiet confidence. When a door closes, don't bang on it. When someone walks away, don't chase them. Trust that if it was meant for you, it would have stayed. God is clearing the clutter to make room for the overflow. You are being prepared for a level of influence that requires a strong foundation. You are being trained to carry weight without breaking. This season of focus is your training ground. Every time you choose not to argue, you are getting stronger. Every time you choose to pray instead of complain, you are getting wiser. You are becoming a person that God can trust with big things because you have been faithful in the quiet things. Your life is about to take a turn for the better in ways you never expected. You are going to see favor in your finances, healing in your body, and restoration in your home. It won't be because you fought for it, but because you stayed in alignment with God's plan. Keep your head up and your heart quiet. You are exactly where you need to be, and the path ahead is brighter than you can imagine. As you keep walking this path, you will see that your quiet spirit is actually a magnet for the right things. Most people spend their lives trying to grab what they want, but you are becoming the kind of person that good things naturally find. This happens because you are no longer giving off the energy of panic or desperation. You are moving with a calm pace that shows you know God is in control. This year, you will find that you don't have to work as hard to be heard because your results will be so loud. Your success will be the answer to every person who doubted you. You won't even need to say, "I told you so," because the change in your life will be obvious to everyone. You are trading your stress for a deep sense of security. You are learning that being still is not the same as being stuck. A tree doesn't seem to move, but its roots are working deep into the ground every single day so it can stand through the storm. That is what you are doing right now. You are building the root system that will support your future. When the big blessings come, you won't be overwhelmed by them because you have the character to handle them. You are becoming a person who can stay cool when things are heated and stay kind when others are being difficult. This is the mark of a true champion. You are finishing the race not by being the fastest, but by being the most consistent. You are choosing to believe that God's no is just as much a blessing as his yes, because both are keeping you on the right track. Keep your heart open and your mind clear. You are entering a season of harvest where all the quiet seeds you planted in faith are finally going to break through the surface. You are going to look back on this time of silence and realize it was the most productive time of your entire life. You are ready for the new things God is doing. You are ready for the joy that is coming. You are ready to step into the fullness of your purpose with a quiet smile and a heart full of peace.